Good morning, and as you can see, we made it through the storm. Nice blue sky. It's Sunday morning, so all that rain they said we were going to get, we got. But we got through it. It's nice. My potatoes got knocked down a little bit. They're going to come back up. But since it's blue sky and it's nice outside, I thought I still got more to do out here. I'm going to go ahead and do another video. So today, not messing with the tomatoes, not messing with any of that potatoes. Today, I've got a bunch of these planters. Now, these three I got from the local Dollar General. They were marked down. Anytime you see the end of the spring sale, you're lucky. These were normally $6. I got them for $3. And then those two planters in the back there, they were dump finds. And they actually, if you look on the front of them right here, this is kind of funny. They were actually, as I say, junior gardening kits. So these were made for what I'm going to do with them. The only thing is they have one little drain hole in this corner, and it's raised. I want to put some in the bottom, so I'm going to drill some holes in those two planters. These came with holes. I was impressed. Good job, Dollar General. But between those two long planters and then these round ones, I'm going to put in herbs today. Now I've got rosemary, oregano. This over here is lemon balm, parsley, thyme, and these three are all basil. And in the back here, I've got dill. And that's the one thing I don't have anything of. In all these little planters and all these beds, we have absolutely no herbs. And I love herbs. You cook with fresh rosemary and thyme, love it. So just gonna get started. To start, I'm gonna go ahead and drill holes in those long planters, mix up some dirt. That's dirt out of the garden. I'm gonna mix it with the garden soil that we built a storage area for the other day, and get everything mixed up, get it ready to go. The only downside, I had planned on fixing these so that I could hang them from the fence over there. Nice along that fence. The only thing is I started to realize is once these have dirt, water, it's a lot of weight. And last thing I want is my herb garden to come tumbling down. So I'm gonna fix them here to the front of these beds, so they're right here with the garden the way it should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get drilling, get filling, and go get herbs in the ground today. Alright, so the planters are filled, and I've got all my herbs laid out. Go ahead and explain that. You can see the rosemary is going to get its own planter, the oregano, and the lemon balm, simply because those are probably the biggest of what I've got. And then I'll put 3 to a planter over here with everything else. May get a little crowded, but it's okay because like the basil and the parsley and stuff we use quite a bit, so we'll keep it cut back. But real quick, I thought it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and give you some ideas just in case you don't know what you can use each one for, or well. And some of this I had to look up because I admit I wasn't 100% sure, but we'll start with rosemary. A lot of people use it on chicken, but what I like to do with it, if you're cooking steak, you put rosemary in a pan with some butter and then spoon that back across over the top of your steak. It really adds a lot of flavor. You move down to the oregano, and that should be somewhat obvious. I mean, the cheating way to say is just anything Italian. It's used in marinades, and you can use it with chicken as well. Now, lemon balm I wasn't 100% sure on, but apparently you can use it in the place of lemon zest. People use it with fish and sometimes with teas, so that's something to keep in mind. As we move over there, the far corner, the dill, that's another one that you can use with fish and chicken, but also people use it in leafy salads, which I've never tried, but we might have to just to see. The basil, of course I've got 2 different basils. The green basil, I mean, once again, the obvious answers are pizza, your sauces. You can make pesto homemade pesto. Use it in salads, of course. The purple basil is the exact same, and the only thing I could find online is that it's just a prettier basil. I mean, literally, that's the only thing I found online as far as the difference between it and the green. It's considered a sweet basil, but the overall taste is not enough to where you're going to notice a huge difference. You got your thyme here. Thyme, I don't really know a whole lot. I know sometimes with chicken online, a lot of with roasting meats, fish, chicken, anything you roast. And then of course you get down to the parsley, which parsley is a lot of times just a garnish, but we use it on parsley potatoes. You know, you sprinkle it across the top of some potatoes that you boiled with some butter. And I'm sure it has more uses. I apologize, I didn't have anything else on parsley. But of course you can go online and get a big comprehensive list of what everything can be used for. I just figured I'd give you some just little pointers. So I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing them in. These three get their own little planter because they're going to get big, and to be frank, things like the oregano and the rosemary are probably going to outgrow these planters. I can upgrade them later. I just want to get them in the ground and get them going. So I'm going to get started, get them ready, and I might cook with them tonight. I'm doing chicken. Looking at you, Rosemary. Alright, here you go. They have been watered. I put in some fertilizer and they are looking good. They're a little bit down, but that's okay. They're going to be good. You can see on the planters I offset. Woo! Sorry, I about dropped you. I offset my herbs a little bit just to give them a little extra space. I think it'll make a difference in the long run. But one thing real quick, just to remember, these are great. These are absolutely great in whatever you want to cook with them. But there's very little out there as much fun, for me anyway, as you walk down through the garden and you just, you stop because you've got to reach down here and, pinch off just a little rosemary. And I don't know, smelling it just makes me smile. Same thing with the basil. I mean, just smell it real quick and you're off and about your day. And it's just a little bit better day. So I'm done with these. I'm gonna go ahead and set them out where I want them. But also, real quick, before I go away, I've got this little over here. Let me fly over here real quick, sorry. So I've got these two little plants right here. These are, I believe I was told they were miniature pumpkins. Let me get that. It's a pumpkin. Our little boy brought these home from school. They grew them at school, so it's got to go in our garden somewhere. I mean, if they grew them at school, got to put them in. So I think I'm going to put them right over here in this corner, in the bed where everything's coming out. I think I'm going to be pulling out this Swiss chard tonight, cooking it with our dinner. So before I go, I'm going to throw his pumpkins in. I'm going to see if I can't get him to throw his pumpkins in. He loves being out here, but he doesn't like getting his hands dirty. So we'll see. I'm going to go set this up, get the pumpkins in, get them watered, and call it a day. Alright, 2 little pumpkins. I think you saw his feet just a minute. They were right here. He was overseeing, but he didn't want to plant. So he was out here anyway. He made sure I knew exactly where to plant them, but that was about it. So I'm going to water them real quick, call it a day, go inside and get cleaned up. I'm on lunch duty, so I'm gonna go cooking. But just a real quick, yeah, I forgot to set these out. Yeah, so I'll set these out, water the pumpkins, and get ready for another rainy night, rainy afternoon. You can see, it was blue a minute ago. You can start to see, looking gray over there. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me this week. Had more time this weekend, so I was able to film quite a lot. So that's one good thing. Hoping to keep that trend going now that school's out. So everybody, it means the world when you guys are here. And don't be shy. Make sure, throw out some comments, some likes, anything you want. Just let me know you're here. And have a good weekend.